protect you. You gotta protect your next.
You want to bring everybody together to the announcement?
They come together. All of you as a part of this come together.
Hi, Mia. Hello. I like your hat.
Testing.
No, but I have to.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Comrades, brothers and sisters, we are here united across multi corporations and unions and activists under one cause. United for striking workers. I don't care what your union is, non-union, we are here in solidarity. Just let me, a couple of announcements before we show our strength, show our support. My name is Charles Jenks. I'm the president of the Coalition of Black Trade Unions New York chapter. Several of us have called this action in solidarity. Teamsters Local 808, Chris Rivera. Omar Wally from D12. Lockla, Clue, and other activists. Understanding the attack on workers. And that we intend to show solidarity across every single strike line in this here city. Because this is the way workers fight back. And so we want to call this here rally. We want to draw attention. We're here in front of the GM building because the United Auto Workers, the vehicles that you see on these streets, our labor, not but for our labor, that you don't have a production line. And so it's time for the corporations to pay respectively the dividends that workers have produced, that workers have fought for and earned because of the multi-million profits that these corporations continue to make over the backs of labor. And workers are standing up. That's what you see all across this country. Workers are saying it's time for the companies to pay back. So we come to say, pay up! You're all workers! There's a debt! And so as a worker, we intend to be united around workers taking back power from the filthy rich multi-billionaires that want to keep their monies and give us crumbs. So we're going to start a solidarity walk. We will come back. You will hear from leaders. You will hear from people that have been in this here struggle for many years, showing their solidarity and why we are here. And so all of these here workers that are walking on this here multi-million-dollar Fifth Avenue, we're here because we're workers. And most people that are walking these here streets are workers like you and I. But don't identify that they are workers. Don't identify that they need to join us, that they need to fight back, because there's only one class. And that's the working class. There's one class, and that's the working class. We are the 99%. The 1% that's been ruling us has to come to an end. Because we are the 99%. And we know with unity, brothers and sisters, there's power. We're on the right side to demand an equal share. To demand the profits that they have been getting off the backs of workers for years. And no matter what you think about the parties, that there's one party that had the gall to walk the picket line with UAW workers. A sitting president that never happened before. But get this here. There's somebody that wants to take us back. If you remember Ronald Reagan, there were strikers in '82, and he fired them. He fired them. And we've been reeling ever since. And so we have come for these here companies to pay their debt way back to when Ronald Reagan fired workers. Folks like you and I. That's why this here struggle is important. That's why you being here means so much to United Workers. And so as we start to just show our support, our solidarity with these here signs, we're going to fight like hell. We're going to unite like hell. We're going to say that workers are not going to take it no more. I don't care if you're a Starbucks worker. I don't care if you're an Amazon worker. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The workers united. We will win. We will win. And UAW workers need to know that we're here in solidarity and we intend to fight like hell until you bring home a just contract, till you bring home the dividends that you have been working for years and years and years. Solidarity to all workers. Solidarity to all workers. So we just want to start. If somebody can lead this here, we're going to walk in a circle. You know how we do it in the streets. We'll walk in a circle. We'll then come back and we'll hear from speakers. We'll hear from some of you. We want to hear from the workers. We want to know why you're here, right? We want to hear so that we are sending a resounding message to those striking workers all over.
UAW leadership here.
That UAW is in the house. Somebody said UAW is in the house. I'm sorry, brother. Yes, we have. Come on up. This is important.
Let me ask you. Wait a minute. Who makes cars?
We make cars.
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 Let's never forget who makes cars.
We make cars.
Wow, this is really powerful, and we have been in contact with United Auto Workers representatives, and we have this here brother here, and it's important. Just look at the generation that's with him. Right, this is what it's about. The fight is not just for us. The fight is for this here generation. That's why we're here. And so let me bring on that's Jeffrey, that's leading the strike lines, that's leading the fight back, that's one of the affected workers. And Jeffries, I want you to just see and embrace this here support of workers that's right here before you. Brother Jeffrey from United Auto Workers. How you guys doing?
All right, so as he said, my name is Jeffrey Purcell. I'm president of Local 3039 up in Japan, New York. I'm actually one of the youngest presidents in Stellantis. I'm a tier 2 worker, so the fight is a little bit more for me than a lot. So I have Joe Bernowski, who's right next to me. He's one of the tier 1 workers. He's my health and safety guy, but he's a tier 1 worker who rode down with me today. So Bernowski makes top pay. He has a pension. He has full benefits. I don't have a pension because I'm a tier 2 worker. We also have somebody like Patrick. We have tier 3 workers who came in at a certain part of the contract who don't get full pay. So we have a tier 1 worker who gets everything, a tier 2 worker who gets full pay with no pension. Then you have a tier 3 worker who doesn't get the top pay and doesn't get a pension. So the divide is created amongst us based on a company that it will make us look at each other in a different way. But as you can see, we all roll down here together. We all brothers. So I appreciate the solidarity from everybody. What we do essentially, I'll let you know what we do where I'm at. We are a parts distribution warehouse. So if you own a Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge vehicle, whenever you go to the dealership and you buy a part, we send it out to the dealerships. We're the hub of all the source of all the parts to the area. These are my kids. This is Autumn. Say hi, Autumn. This is my son Noah. Say hi, Noah.
We fighting for.
I'm a single father. 2 out of my 3 kids is here. My oldest daughter's not here, but I'm a single father. My kids had to come down today to see what I've been doing since last Friday. In the rain, in the storms, striking. Some people have came up to my picket line, have seen me. Other people have seen me other places. But when they see me come home, and I'm just like, oh, I was at work. So I wanted them to feel this today and actually see what it's all about. They've never seen anything like this. So we appreciate the solidarity. Like I said, the fight is not only about UAW. I'm glad you guys are coming out because it's about the working class in general.
Yes.
It's not just about us. It's about the middle working class of America. If the UAW has to be the people to take the first blow to set the trend, then that's fine if we have to do it to set the trend for everybody else to follow up.
Woo!
Because guess what? We get good contracts. You guys all get good contracts.
Yes.
Once the company folds in for us and they give us what we need, it sets the trend for other companies to fold in and give you guys what you need. So the support has been phenomenal throughout this. I didn't get so much support from a lot of the Teamsters that came to my job didn't even know we were there. A lot of people didn't know there was a Big 3 location located so close to New York City and located so close to this area. So a lot of our support has been, I've drove past this place for 20 years and never knew you guys were UAW workers. So it just shows you how close we are to each other and how much solidarity is out there that we don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't even use the power that we have amongst each other to actually, put forth stuff like this. So we're fighting for the ending of tiers. We're fighting for our fair pay, for our fair work. During COVID, we were essential workers. I was coming home every day during COVID, risking my kids' lives, risking my own life, going out every day, working over a year, 7-day work weeks, mandatory overtime every Saturday. Good ask me, we got one Saturday off a month?
If that.
If that. So we understand what the fight is about. So I want you guys to understand that we're invested for the long run. If we have to be out there 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 4 months. I already told people if we're out there for Thanksgiving, I expect some turkeys.
Woo!
So if we got us hang out there, we're gonna hang out there for as long as we need. But again, we appreciate all the support, all the solidarity for everybody. If you guys need anything from me, I'm very approachable. I'll be around. Come and talk to me. Come stop me if you guys need anything. But again, we appreciate all the support. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Now let's pass it on to this here other United Auto Worker.
I don't have much to say.
Just your name is good enough for us.
My name is Joe. I just want to say I appreciate all of you. We appreciate the support we get from everybody. It's been amazing. To be honest with you, didn't expect it. And it's been overwhelming and it's great. Really appreciate it.
Like they've said, I'm part of the new guy in the company. And it's kind of weird with the tier system, so we're hoping that we can eliminate that and get it to one tier. People should have the same thing across the board.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys coming out, and it makes us feel really good that we're not alone. So thanks a lot again.
All right.
Tell them you're not alone.
You're not
alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Because this is what solidarity looks like.
Yeah.
An injury to one.
It's an injury to all.
An injury to one.
It's an injury to all.
An injury to one.
Injury to all.
Solidarity. So we're going to walk.
Larry's here, but let me say,
Let's
let's let them know we're coming up there too.
Yeah.
We're going up there.
Oh yeah, next we're gonna be in Tapping. Next stop, Tapping. Well, we're gonna march and then we're gonna come back and you hear from speakers.
24/7. We run 24/7.
We'll do that now when we come back. Okay, let's take a walk and then we'll come back with other speakers.
Come right here. Let's come around there. We're gonna march around her. Let's go. We need another post at the other end. Oh. See the sister with the green side? We're marching. Yes. How more that? You want around her? You gotta have let's get the line going. Right around her, right here. No. Ready? Let's get the line going. Good man.
Please, gotta get that line going.
Let's get the line going.
Going down to Ann.
Let's go around. There we go. Vincent, give us a chance to go around. Injury to one is an injury to all.
injury to all.
Injury to one. What? Injury to all. Injury to one.
Injury to all.
Injury to one.
Injury to all.
Injury to one.
Injury to all.
UAW needs a contract.
Needs a contract.
UAW
UAW
needs a contract.
Needs a
A
contract.
righteous
A
contract.
righteous contract.
UAW
UAW
needs a contract.
needs a contract.
Righteous contract.
A righteous contract.
Righteous workers.
Of righteous workers.
Injury to one
Of injury to one
is an injury to all.
is an injury to all.
An injury to one
An injury to all
is an injury to all.
injury to all.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
We
We make cars. We make cars. We make cars. Stand and fight. Stand and fight. Stand and fight. Stand and fight.
Decent contract.
We will win.
It's a human right.
It's a human right.
A decent contract.
It's a human right.
A decent contract.
It's a human right.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
Decent contract.
It's a human right. It's a human right. Never give up. Never give up. We will win. We will win.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Injury to one
It's an injury to all.
Injury to one.
It's an injury to all.
What do we want? A
Decent contract.
What do we want?
A decent contract. A decent contract. Now. A decent contract. A decent contract. A decent contract. Now. Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
One fight.
One fight.
One struggle.
One struggle.
One fight.
One fight.
One struggle.
One struggle.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
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 Do the rich make cars?
No.
Do the rich make cars?
No.
Does the rich make cars?
No.
Do the rich make cars?
No.
Oh, y'all didn't put the hell no in it. Do the rich make cars?
Hell no.
Do the rich make cars?
Hell no.
Do the rich make cars?
Hell no.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
We make cars.
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
UAW.
Who makes cars?
UAW.
Who makes cars?
UAW.
Injury to one.
Injury to all.
Injury to one.
Injury to all. Injury to all. Injury to all. Who make cars?
We make cars.
Who make cars?
We make cars.
UAW.
We make cars.
Stand and fight.
Stand and fight.
UAW. Stand and fight. UAW.
Stand and fight.
Who make cars?
We make cars.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
Workers unite. Stand and fight.
Stand and fight.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
Stand and fight.
Stand and fight.
Workers unite.
Workers unite.
Stand and fight.
Stand and fight.
Workers unite.
Workers unite.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
Who makes cars?
We make cars.
UAW.
Stand and fight.
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 If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
who makes cars? We make cars. Who makes cars?
We make cars.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 injury to one, injury to all, injury to one, injury to all,
They make cars. UAW. 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 They make cars. You ain't workers. You ain't workers. Stand and fight. You ain't workers. Stand and fight. You ain't workers. Stand and fight. If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 Shut it down. Shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 We make cars. Who makes cars? UAW. Who makes cars? UAW. UAW. We make cars. UAW. We make cars. UAW. We make cars. Never give up. Never give up. Never give out. Never give out. One struggle. One struggle. One fight. One fight. United workers. United workers. Got to fight. Got to fight. United workers. United workers. It's a human right. It's a human right. So you got to fight. You got to fight. It's a human right. It's a human right. A decent contract. A decent contract. It's a human right. It's a human right. So you got to fight. We got to fight. So stand up. Stand up. Stand out. Stand out. Never give up. Never give up. Because who makes cars? We make cars. Do the rich make cars? Hell no. Do GM make cars? Hell no. Who makes cars? UAW. Who makes cars? UAW. No cars? No. No cars? No cars. Just repeat it. No cars? No cars. Yeah, till I get the other sound. No cars? No cars. No cars? No cars. No contract. No contract. No contract. No cars. No cars. No contract. No contracts. No cars. No contract. No cars. No contract. No cars. No contract. No cars. Because who's gonna win? We gonna win. Who's gonna win? We gonna win. Who's gonna win? We bring you something from Brooklyn. Because how we gonna do it? The hard way. That's how we gonna do it? The hard way. That's how we gonna do it? The hard way. That's how we gonna do it? The hard way. Workers ain't never had no other way. So how we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way. No contract. 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 Heard one. Heard all. 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 No contract. No cars. No contract. No cars. UAW. We make cars. UAW. We make cars. UAW. We make cars. UAW. We make cars. UAW. UAW. Stand and fight. Stand and fight. UAW. Stand and fight. UAW. And never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. And never give out. Never give out. Do the rich make cars? Hell no. 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 If we don't get a contract, we don't get a contract. Shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. Are you talking about shutting GM down? Yeah. Are you talking about shutting GM down? Yeah. Are you talking about shutting Ford down? Yeah. And I can't even pronounce the name of the other one. Hell no. Hell no. Stellantis. They keep changing them words, brother. You know that shit. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. If we don't get a contract, shut it down. Never give up. Never give up. Workers' power. Workers' power. Never give up. Never give up. Workers' power. Workers' power. Workers' power. Workers' power. Never give up. Never give up. UAW. On the right side of history. So never give up. 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 I'm passing the mic. I'm passing the mic. Pass the mic. Passing the mic.
Pass the mic.
I'm passing the mic. UAW! UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
Who makes cars?
We make cars!
Who makes cars?
We make cars!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
Who makes cars?
We make
Who
cars!
makes cars?
We make cars!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
Stand and fight!
Stand and fight!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Never give up!
Who makes cars?
We make cars!
Who makes cars?
We make cars!
UAW!
Never give up!
UAW!
Stand and fight!
UAW!
Stand and fight!
Workers unite! Workers unite!
Workers unite!
It's a human right!
It's a human right!
Workers unite!
Workers unite!
It's a human right!
It's a human right!
Who makes cars?
Human cars!
Who makes cars? UAW! Who makes cars?
UAW!
Who makes cars?
UAW!
General Motors on strike.
General Motors!
On strike!
General Motors!
On strike!
Ford!
On strike!
Stellantis!
On strike!
Cause who makes cars?
We make cars!
Cause who makes cars?
You make cars!
GM!
On strike!
Stellantis!
On strike!
Ford!
On strike!
Cause who makes cars?
We make cars!
Who makes cars?
We make cars!
So stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight!
UAW!
Stand and fight!
Stand and fight!
No contract!
No cars!
No contract!
No cars!
No contract!
No cars!
Decades ago on the streets of Brooklyn, we created the slogan, no justice, no peace.
That's right. That's right.
And Sharpton didn't have nothing to do with it. And so we learn from each other. No contract,
No cars!
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 no justice,
No peace!
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 If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
no contract, shut it
Down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
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 a decent contract is a human right. A decent contract,
Human right!
a decent contract,
Human right!
a decent contract,
Human right!
a decent contract.
Human right!
So never give up,
Never give up!
never give out,
Never give up!
never give up,
Never give up!
never give out.
Never give up!
Straight ahead,
Straight ahead!
workers' power,
Workers' power!
righteous power,
Righteous power!
workers' power,
Workers' power!
righteous power,
Righteous power!
workers' power.
Workers' power!
In our hands,
It's in our hands!
in our hands.
It's in our hands!
Let's unite.
Let's unite!
It's in our hands.
It's in our hands!
Power is in
In our hands!
our hands.
Our hands!
The power is in
Our hands!
the power is in
Workers' hands!
the power is in
Workers'
the
hands!
power is in
Workers' hands!
power is in.
Workers' hands!
Never give up.
Never give up!
Never give out.
Never give up!
Who's gonna win?
We will win!
Who's gonna win?
We will win!
That's how we gonna do it.
The hard way!
That's how we gonna do it.
The hard way!
How we gonna do it.
The hard way!
How we gonna do it.
The hard way!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
UAW.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
If UAW don't get it,
Shut it down!
if the UAW don't get it,
Shut it down!
UAW don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down. If the UAW don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down. If the UAW don't get it, shut it down. Shut it down. Never give up.
Never give up!
And never give out.
Never give up!
Y'all ain't tired, are you?
Hell
Y'all sound awful low.
no! Pick it up!
Y'all sound awful low.
Who will win?
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
They don't hear you up there. If you don't, we don't get it.
Shut it down!
I can't hear you. We don't get it.
Shut it down!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
Where's the power?
In the ground!
Where's the power?
We got the power.
Who got the power?
Workers' power!
Who got the power?
Workers' power!
Who's got the power?
Workers' power!
Who's got the power?
Workers' power!
What kind of power?
Workers' power!
Who got the power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
Who got the power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
What kind of power?
Workers' power.
And y'all passing down the street, you can join the line. It's not our struggle, it's everybody's struggle. The rich will make us bleed to death, but we don't get a decent contract. Are we gonna get a decent contract? Are we gonna get a decent contract?
Shut it down.
If we don't get it,
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 Shut it down.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
we're gonna hear that over WBAI. Right, baby? Right, we're gonna hear that on WBAI. We're gonna hear that everywhere. If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
we don't get it.
Shut it down.
No contract,
No cars.
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 no contract.
No cars.
We don't care whether they're gasoline or electric. We don't care if they run on air. No contract,
No cars.
no contract,
No cars.
no contract,
No cars.
no contract,
No cars.
no contract.
No cars.
But who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? How we gonna do it?
The hard way.
How we gonna do it?
The hard way.
How we gonna do it?
The hard way.
Workers' rights is a human right. Workers' rights are human right. Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
Workers' rights
Our human right.
One of the things that Malcolm X brought up was that our struggle is for human rights. You can't go to the same government that's oppressing you and think they're going to give you something decent. You can't go to GM and think they're going to give you something decent. We got to unite and demand on a higher level what we need. A decent contract is an international question. It's not simply one in the United States. It's an international question. They're paying workers less in other countries to do what you're doing and paying you less than anything that they make. So workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights.
Our human right.
If we don't get it,
Shut it
if
down.
we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if 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 we don't get it,
Shut it down.
shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.
Shut to the ground. To the ground. To the ground.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 workers' rights,
Shut it down. Our human right.
workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights,
Our human right.
workers' rights.
Our human right.
So brothers and sisters, you know, we have been demonstrating and showing power. Continue to walk, continue to walk, continue to walk. Continue to walk. We know that workers' rights are human rights. And we know workers all across this here country is taken to the picket line demanding their fair share. We also know that corporate greed continues to spiral out of control. And so workers have decided, whether you're a Starbucks worker, this is no more fighting for just the crumbs, We're standing on one of the richest sections in the city, right in front of Apple. It costs about $1,500 for one of these here new phones, but yet workers can't keep up with the cost of living. There's something wrong in America. There's something wrong when the 1% want to keep all the wealth off of the backs of workers. That's why we're here today. To send a united message across all workers that are struggling, that are fighting for just contracts, that are fighting for their fair share, that will no longer accept the crumbs that the multi-billionaires continue to make off of our backs. So we are workers united. We are workers united. And we got a message. And you see it going on all across this country. If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. That's what a strike is about. You saw that with the Writers Guild, the actors, the profits that are being made off of us, off of our labor. Thank you will no longer do. To say that you are an essential worker, we knew that all along. Nothing happened in this here country without working. So now they want to just go on essential workers, but keep their profit still to themselves. If we are essential, and you finally get what we've been saying all along, pass our fair share. That's what this is about. It's about essential workers taking power and no longer taking the crumbs that the big corporations want to offer us. So when we say, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. So it's one message, and brothers and sisters, you're going to hear from some of the leaders in a few minutes that continue to say that it's a just strike for not only the United Auto Workers, but for those workers that have been on strike all across this country. Some of the smallest workers. But this here is to raise a spotlight on all workers across this here country. That it's time for us to get our fair share. So we come to collect. We come to collect. We come to demand. We come to show support that workers all across this here country are still on the right side. So we say, workers united, stand and fight. 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 So that's what we're demonstrating. We're demonstrating that workers are united, that we are standing up and we are fighting. Who are we fighting? 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 Who are we fighting?
UAW! UAW!
Stand and fight.
Who makes hard? Who makes hard? UAW! UAW! Who makes hard? UAW! UAW! Who makes cars? Who makes cars? No contract! No contract! No contract! Who makes cars? Who makes cars? UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who makes cars? We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who makes cars? UAW! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who makes cars? We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! Stand and fight! Who will win? UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who will win? We will win! Who will win? We will win! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who will win? We will win! Who will win? We will win! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW, stand and fight. But who will win? We will win. Who will win? We will win. No contract. No contracts. No contracts. That's who makes cars. That's who makes cars. UAW. UAW. Stand and fight. That's who makes cars. We make cars. That's who makes cars. We make cars. UAW. Stand and fight. UAW. Stand and fight. UAW. Stand and fight. Who will win? We will win. Who will win? We will win. No cars! No cars! No contract! No cars! No contract! No cars! UAW! UAW! It's a human right! It's a human right! Workers unite! UAW! UAW! Stand and fight! We make cars! No contract! No cars! No contract! No cars! No contract! No cars! But who makes cars? We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! It's our human right! So stand and fight! Stand and fight! But who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! Who makes cars? UAW! We make cars! We make cars! UAW! We make cars! We make cars! No contract! No cars! No contract! No cars! That's who makes cars! We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! That's who makes cars! We make cars! That's who makes cars! We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Who makes cars? We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Workers unite! Unite! It's a human right! It's a human right! That's who makes cars! We make cars! Who makes cars? We make cars! UAW! Stand and fight! UAW! Stand and fight! Everyone, we're gonna have a few speakers right now, so we want you all to face the speaker, come together. Come together. We're getting ready to hear some speakers right now. We'd like you all to be facing the microphone, facing the building. We're going to have a few speakers in a couple of minutes.
And
come closer, please. Come closer.
And can you bring? And I need your sign. Not that one. I need hand sign. And I need that. UAW here. I need the speakers off. Jeffries, can I have your police?
Noah, come here, Holmes. Get off your phone.
Chris, I need you over here for 1 minute so that.
Yes, they do.
Give Noah one.
Trying to get a visual here, folks. Trying to get a
They
visual.
won the strike, so he's doing the Hollywood thing, to try to get it all together.
Make sure that
on that Hollywood strike line.
He got the strike line, he got all.
brothers and sisters, we greet you in the name of solidarity.
Right on.
We greet you in the name of solidarity. What you see before you, folks, organizers that got on a phone call Sunday that said we had to do something for the United Auto Workers. Brother Christopher from Teamsters Local 808, Wilma Wally from December 12th Movement, myself as the president of the Coalition of Black Trade Unions, Sister Carol, PSC, and United Committee. The folks that was on the call just a week ago, less than 6 days ago. And it's important because it doesn't take a lot to show solidarity. So we called on behalf of the struggle of workers, particularly the United Auto Workers, because it means so much to the fabric of this country. You can't go nowhere without seeing what's behind you. Cars. They don't get made by the multi-billionaires. They get made by people like you and I.
That's right. Good.
And so we just come to send a solidarity message that is critical at this point.
Absolutely.
And you're witnessing workers all across the country stand up and say we can't survive off of what you've been giving us. And in fact, when you look around and they say that we are the professionals, these cars that drive your families around are well made by professionals, by workers. And so we're demonstrating that the corporate greed in this country has to stop. And that's why it's so important for all of us to be here and take a damn stand on one of the richest streets in America, Fifth Avenue, where unfortunately you and I can't afford to go in any of these damn stores, any of these here hotels.
Right.
And so, but for us, but for our class, what class is that? Working class. We united because what affects one is true, brothers and sisters. It affects all of us. It affects all of us. And so that's why we're here. That's why we got on the call last Sunday. Because we beheld and we was going to sit by and let the United Auto Workers feel that they were by themselves. Whether there was a plant or a picket line, we will make our own picket line. And that's what we done today. We found what symbolizes the United Auto Workers, the GM headquarters, where the multi-billion people are. That's why we're here. This is the home of GM. They want us to buy American, or damn it, treat American workers with the dignity and respect that they deserve.
Straight ahead.
And so, I'm proud to stand. I'm proud to have been on a call. And don't ever let anybody tell you that we had to have thousands and thousands of people on these streets for us to show unity. The struggle has been won and fought by few. But you stand on the right side. You stand on the right side of the next generation. These young kids that is here, that incredible, that we need to make sure that we fought and fought like hell so that they can have a future that's prosperous for them. That's what this here struggle is about. Many of us have been out here for years, and we continue to be out here because it's not just about us, it's for the next generation. So brothers and sisters, I'm proud of that. Thank you so much for showing your support. We're going to bring up some of these other organizers that understood on that Sunday call how important it was to join and support the United Auto Workers. And let me start by Brother Christopher, who's been a long time fighter on these here streets. And I've been privileged to be joined with him in every single one of these here rallies across this here city from when we was down, we took over Wall Street, occupied Wall Street, and so many more struggles, Brother Christopher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So let me thank you all because I know you all could have been shopping on Fifth Avenue. And
No, that's where they're supposed to be.
they could have been going to Dior and what have you like that. I know y'all got that kind of money, but I'm glad you took the time to come and stand in solidarity. Not only, and Charles hit this, not just with these workers, but the future workers. I look at this crowd and I see young kids. I call you kids only because I know you're young adults. Let me rephrase myself. But what they're trying to do, and I don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, what they are trying to do is to undermine your future. Your parents and your parents' parents made a battle to bring America to a particular place. And now they're trying to undermine that place for a few. The 0.001%. It ain't even the 1%. It's a very small few. That you can have $200 billion. If you saved $1 million a year, it would take you 1,000 years to get $1 billion. And he has 200,000 years of $1 million and do not want you to have a pension, do not want you to have health care, do not want you to have decent wages, don't want you to be able to buy a house, don't want you to be able to buy a car once the strike is over, don't want you to be able to do these things. We have to fight for you, for these young kids right here, because it's your future. I'm the past. I'm still here, but I feel like the past. But it's your future. And we have to fight for your future, and we're going to stand in solidarity with the UAW workers. We're going to stand in solidarity with SAG-AFTRA. We're going to stand in solidarity with the students, because this student debt is another thing they call indentured servitude. So one time they used to have a thing called indentured servitude, now they call it student debt. But it's the same thing. You can't buy this and you can't buy that. You can't go here and you can't go there. And we need to release the youth so they could live the life that we have the wealth here. So when we talk about taxing the rich, tax is just a methodology to distribute wealth, to redistribute. So we take it from them rich sons of guns and we pass it on to the rest of us. And we have a right to that because we created the wealth. And all you got to do is watch a thing called Undercover Boss. Ain't never been a boss able to do the work yet. That tells you all of us are essential. And we have the power, and we're going to take it. And we ain't leaving up. It's not going to be ending after the strike. This battle goes on until there's a redistribution of wealth in this country so we all can live right.
We want to bring up Larry Holmes from Workers' World Party.
General Holmes.
General Holmes, General Captain Holmes. We're getting military. Well,
We the military wing of the working class.
that's the same thing as getting militant.
We the military wing of the working
If you
class.
gotta get military to get militant, I'm down with that. You know, comrades, lots of things can shut shit down. The storm yesterday shut subways down. That's because of climate change. We know that. Climate change made 1,000 times worse by capitalism. You know, we know that. Politicians are talking about shutting the government down. I don't know whether it's going to happen or not. You know, and they want to do that as a way of cutting Social Security. Cutting what's left of any program that helps poor and working people is a reactionary reason for shutting something down. But the UAW workers, they're shutting things down too. And that's the way we like to shut shit down. When the workers exercise their muscle, their strength, and walk away from the job. I think it's important that we be out here supporting the UAW, all the strikes, writers, the actors, and so forth. But I think the UAW workers, now nobody got it perfect yet. Let's be true. Somebody would said, you know, tell no easy lies, claim no easy victory, something like that. You know, the UAW is beginning to say, but this is not just about the UAW. And this is not just about this or that union. It's about work. It's about the working class. It's about the ruling class. It's about the billionaires. In other words, they're putting this thing in class terms. We don't hear it. We don't hear that enough. We got problems in the movement, you know, every union is off on its own and make their deal with the politicians and, you know, one is greater than the sum or some shit like that. It's not about class. Finally, we're making it about class. And we're sending the message to every worker everywhere. No matter what language they speak, no matter where they came from, no matter what they do, we want you to be with us. We want all the workers to be together. Because if we get the workers together, imagine the kind of shit that we can shut down then. I see somebody passing something around about a general strike. And you know, a lot of times in the past, we pass around stuff like that, but that's not, you know, that's not realistic, and that's just some rhetoric from some this or that. But I'll tell you, the workers are angry. The workers are angry, and now is the time. If you want something like that to happen, it's going to take a while, but it's going to take a lot of work, and this is the basis to do that work on. To that someday, while most of us are still around, we're able to say we're going to have something called a general strike, which I think means everybody's going on strike, including the students. It's possible. It's possible if we do it, if we do the work, because that's the way that the movement has to move. All power to the workers. You're playing an incredible role. Thank you for being here. Thank everybody for bringing people out here. And let's do it again as soon as we can.
Straight in! Straight in!
Where's Sister Carol?
The CEO of General Motors, whose name I've actually blocked, makes $14,000 an hour. This woman has the nerve to demand that the workers not ask for an increase or not to end the two-tier system. Three-tier system, sorry. The challenge, thankfully, has been picked up by Sean Fain, who is somewhat of a visionary. He was trying to call for 32 hours work for 40 hours pay. There's enough unemployment that we could spread the work around so that everybody can work. He's calling for the end of the tier system. He's calling for thousands of dollars up front. The important thing, though, and we should support and demand, and this is why the United Front Committee for a Labor Party endorses this and helped to organize it in the first place. But we think that internationalism is not just about all the people who live in the United States, that we have to go to Canada and we have to go to Mexico, because GM is now talking about shutting down the plants and going to where it's low-wage labor and have indentured servants in places like Mexico. We have to organize a united front of all workers, not only here in the United States, but internationally. We have to organize if the United States government decides to shut down, as Larry was talking about, then we should shut it down in our way. We should all go out on strike, and we should show them what happened the last time Trump tried to shut it down, when Sarah Nelson said, okay, we're going to organize a strike, and that lasted for 4 hours. Because they know the power that we have that we're only beginning to wake up to. There's a sleeping giant now in the United States known in the working class who knows that we have the power to start changing things in a real radical way. The United Committee for Labor Party also is calling for a party that will be a workers' party. One where we don't have to rely on the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party has historically sold the workers out. We need our own voice. We need to strike. We need to shut down the society. We need to shut down the system. We need to end capitalism. Capitalism is going to kill us all. Global warming. These greedy bastards don't care about the fact that the planet is really on the precipice. The only thing that's going to change that is when workers control. So we need to take over society, but the way to begin that is to organize a labor party that will speak for workers, not only in the United States, but also internationally. My name is Carol Lang. I belong to the United Front Committee for Labor Party and also the PFC.
We'll bring up our comrade Grant from Party for Socialism and Liberation.
All right, let's get the energy up. When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight!
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Hi, I'm Grant Miner. I'm with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm also the incoming Vice President of UAW 2710, Student Workers of Columbia. You know, we're so proud to be out here with our UAW union siblings. Being a socialist helps me answer a lot of tough questions from union members. I was out canvassing the new classes, and somebody asked me, UAW, what do we have in common with auto workers? And my answer was, what don't we have in common with auto workers? We're all members of the working class. We work for a $15 billion institution up at Columbia, the largest private landowner in New York City. Do we not have kids? Do we not need to go to the doctor? We all have the same interests. And the only way to get those interests fulfilled is by withholding our labor, going on strike, and shutting it down. In 2021, we went on strike for 11 weeks. I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. You know, we got the Teamsters, we got other UAW folks, SEIU, let's go. And we won important things. We won the right to go to the dentist. We won the right to, have kids on our health care insurance. Because we had literally children who could not go to the doctor just because their parents were still getting their PhDs. And we had children of UAW workers who were workers for Columbia who couldn't be on our health care. And we also won the important right to stand up as workers together and support each other. You know, we got a no strike clause in our contract this year, but it sure as hell is not going to be in the next contract. And when UAW goes on strike again, we're going to be out, and we're going to be out with those workers. We got a bus coming up, or a caravan coming up to support people in Japan next week. But yeah, I'm talking too much. I'll close it out with a chant. When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Workers' rights are under attack. What do we do? Thank you very much, comrades.
Let's hear from Comrade Jeffrey again, okay? We're going to keep this short because you know there's a beginning and there's an end. We got to always start it organized. As we organize to start, organize when we end. Our Comrade Jeffrey.
All right, how you guys doing again? Just quick update. I know some people were inquiring about coming up. We do picketing lines 24/7. So anytime anybody wants to do a bus, people are trying to set up bus trips and things of the sort to come up, we run around the clock. If you go to our picket line at 3 in the morning, there'll be people out there. We rain, snow, sleet, whatever. We're here. I just came for the picketing line before I came down here. After I finish here, me and my kids are going right back to the line. So this is what we've been doing on nonstop around the clock. Just to touch on some things that were said by other people, when they talk about management not being able to do your job, right now, currently, our 4 supervisors are trying to do our job at work. I go in there and joke with them all the time because we don't really have a bad rapport. We understand that, it's corporate doing this thing for them. We have our fight, but they are sweating and exhausted. and now they understand what they're trying to boss us around to do every day. And I laugh in their face and I say, it's not as easy as you think it is, huh? So that's the enjoyment that we have. As I said the other day, Wednesday, we had about 70 people come out to the picket line. The solidarity was amazing. We had everybody from Teamsters to the Teachers Workers Union to the Nurses Unions to before that day on Wednesday, I actually was in Manhattan at the Writers and Actors rally that was held over there. So the solidarity throughout everywhere has been amazing. And like I said at that rally, I think that you all should applaud yourself and understand that this is something that's historic. It hasn't really been a time where the Auto Workers Union has really tagged up with so many other aspects of other unions everywhere, and I think this is a first. Region 9A, New York. I'm from New York, by the way. I'm from Harlem. I'm from uptown, Harlem Hospital. I'm from Harlem. So I'm home here. I don't live in New York anymore, but I'm home. So the solidarity is amazing. Like, New York has a mix of everything. So if we keep the solidarity going, as said by them, I don't think there's anything that we can't accomplish if we can't get if we want to. So again, you guys are always more than welcome to come up to the picket line. We support everybody. I'm there pretty much every day, 12 hours out the day. If you don't see me, it's because I'm with her right here, because she FaceTimes me and calls me all the time, asking when I'm coming back home. So if she's not at school, I'm with her. If I'm not with her, I'm on the line. So I appreciate you guys' solidarity. Again, your support. Whenever you guys want to come out, you're more than welcome. If you need information from me, let me know. If you look behind me to the right, recording, that is my service rep. That's Mark Barbie. He is also a supporting factor that if you guys need information, he's definitely somebody to get in contact with also. But again, all you guys should appreciate yourself. You should applaud yourself, because this is something historic. They're not going to realize it now, but maybe when they get older in school, they can talk about this strike and they can be like, my dad was a president in there. Yeah. So thanks again. Appreciate you guys.
Solidarity. Solidarity. You know, it's very important that we're all here. That's what is very important. Some of us, we may saying the same thing, but the most important thing is we're saying them together right here in front of GM. I want to bring up May from the Internationalist Group at CUNY. They have a few words to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Maeve, and I'm here with the CUNY Internationalist Club. So we brought out CUNY students to support, and they're learning a lot from the fight of these workers. They're learning about workers' solidarity. They're learning that a picket line means don't cross. They're learning that the same ruling class that imposes tuition that goes up year after year after year, that breaks our student protests, that's the same ruling class that wants to crush your strike. And we're here in solidarity with the working class against them. So the profits for the big three auto companies are record-breaking, right? They've gone up 65% since the year 2019. That's incredible. Who's in favor of a wage increase that keeps up with that? New workers at big three plants make poverty wages, and they won't make top rate for 8 years after hiring. Who's in favor of getting rid of that tier system? Even when they do reach top rate after 8 years, that wage is still not enough to support a family, and the insulting wage increases proposed by the big three don't even keep up with inflation. That makes them pay cuts. Who's in favor of a massive pay hike for auto workers? So how do we get those things? By playing by the boss's rules and trying to remain respectable? No, hell no. By not taking things too far? No, hell no. If we play by the boss's rules, we'll lose. That's student struggles, that's worker struggles, okay? We are talking about going up against the capitalist class, which will take hard class struggle. And to win massive gains, all unionized auto plants should be shut down. Immediately, shut them down! Shut them down! So Joe Biden came out to the picket line. Are we really? Are we supposed to rely on support from strike breakers, Joe Biden? No! Hell no. Or the supposedly progressive AOC who also helped break the railroad workers' strike. Do we want to rely on them? No! Hell no! They ripped up the railroad workers' basic fundamental right to withhold their labor just last year. We should never forget that terrible crime that they committed against the working class. We should never forget. Joe Biden and AOC are members of the Democratic Party, a boss's party, which can only represent the interests of the ruling class. Donald Trump, of course, is an outspoken racist and an opponent of workers. But the Democrats are wolves in sheep's clothing who mouth support for workers and then, outlaw their strikes deport undocumented workers in obscene numbers, and stamp out struggles wherever they can. Democrats are responsible for gutting the UAW of radical black workers and other militants in the 1970s under Carter. We can't have an ounce of faith in them. So who should we look to for support and solidarity? Well, as was mentioned, there's a lot of unions out here today that are not just UAW, right?
That's right.
Solidarity.
That's right.
But there's also big three plants, as was mentioned, below the Mexico border. Actually, in 2019, they did take action in solidarity with UAW up here in the United States. Same with South Korean workers at big three plants. Okay? So sometimes we say, la lucha obrera no tiene fronteras. That means the worker struggle has no borders. La lucha obrera
No tiene fronteras.
La lucha obrera no tiene fronteras. That's right. So we should look to students at CUNY, the children of the working class in New York, and from other universities here in New York City, like Columbia. We have student workers of Columbia here. We should look to help students get this kind of education that these workers are giving us on a picket line all over the country. Workers in the U.S. should unite with workers from other countries as part of a fight to shut this whole industry down. We need a hard fight to win big gains against the bosses, and if we don't get them,
Shut it down.
if we don't get them,
Shut it down.
if we don't get them,
Shut it down.
Thank you.
Thank you. Students from CUNY. Want to bring up Steve from Struggle La Lucha. Then we have one other speaker, and then we're gonna shut it down. All right, Comrade Steve. I just want to announce that for the Organization for Our Liberation, Crimson is here, and not this time, but we'll get her next time. Right, Crimson?
Yeah.
Straight ahead. We've been working very closely with them. Straight ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Wally. I'm also a retired Amtrak worker. UAW members are taking on three of the biggest corporations on the planet: Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. That's who took over Chrysler. These outfits had sales last year of $500 billion. That's as big as the combined gross domestic product of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, and Venezuela. 347 million people live in these 5 countries. That's what colonialism looks like. The UAW members are fighting for all of us. Auto workers are rebelling against 45 years of plant closings, givebacks, and wage cuts. Instead of equal pay for equal work, some newly hired temp workers are paid $16.67 per hour. Adjusted for inflation, that's worth $1.90 in 1968. Just 30 cents above the minimum wage that year. Back in 1970, over 320,000 UAW members struck General Motors for 67 days. They won big wage increases, retirement after 30 years on the job, and larger pensions. The UAW contract became a model for millions of other workers who also made gains. The wealthy and powerful spent decades counterattacking. The great UAW now just represents 150,000 GM workers. GM destroyed 170,000 jobs. Right here in New York City, 50,000 municipal workers were fired in 1975 upon the demand of Wall Street bondholders. These money bags let the South Bronx burn down. Capitalism's biggest weapon was plant closings. Its main targets were the black majority cities of Detroit and Flint, Michigan. It wasn't the People's Republic of China that closed 9 of the 10 GM plants in Flint. It was General Motors. One result was Flint's children drinking poisoned water for years. Just as black and poor people were allowed to drown and starve in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, Detroit, Motown, was deliberately destroyed by the billionaire class. Chrysler was then controlled by the Rockefellers. These parasites saw how 2 black revolutionary workers, Larry Carter and Isaac Shorter, turned off the power at Chrysler's Jefferson Avenue assembly plant in 1973 in the first big sit-down strike in 36 years. Rockefeller interests demanded that almost all the Chrysler plants in Detroit, whose workers were a majority black, be shut down. But now it's fight back time. Victory to the UAW.
Straight!
Victory to the UAW. Victory to UAW. Can we all come a little closer together? Can we all come a little, because we're getting ready to end. Want to bring our brother Kamal from the December 12th movement.
Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! I need for you all to be able to look at each other very closely. Remember the faces that you're looking at. You're looking at your comrades. Don't you ever forget that. Look at these faces. Don't be afraid. Look to your left. Look to your right. Because what you represent right now are people who have seen that our struggle goes beyond a union struggle. Beyond a union struggle. We're here, all workers. Some of us unionized, others of us not unionized. But the bottom line is that we know the unions are working. They're not working like they should be working. And we up inside of those unions must know and understand that just being a union workers isn't sufficient. We have to go beyond being union workers. We have to make sure that what we're doing is struggling to win. We can't just survive. We have to prevail in this struggle. We have to make sure that we move towards victory. So while we're fighting for our day-to-day struggles, keep in mind that it's not just a day-to-day struggle that we're involved in. We're involved in a long, protracted struggle to defeat these pigs and what they've been doing to us. You already know how they make their money. And it's not just from the profit. They make their money on the factory line every single day before a car is even sold.
That's right.
They got their money in their pocket already before the car is sold.
Right.
And so we got to keep that in mind, you know. So on to the UAW, on to keeping in mind that we are struggling for more than just a union job. We are struggling to defeat capitalism. Black power.
So, good news. Next Saturday, we're going up to the UAW plant, to the Parks Place, to demonstrate our solidarity. And I think one of the things that was said that's very important is us right here. You know, it's not how many of us, it's the quality of who we are. Because when we leave here, we go back to tell our other folks of what happened here. And most importantly, I want you to hear me, Crimson. Most importantly, it's our organizational solidarity. Because we trust each other, we move with each other based on our practice with each other, concretely. Some comrades where the General Assembly just finished. The line is France out of Africa.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, my comrade wanted to tell me it was the United Nations General Assembly. I know everybody here knew it was the General Assembly, but she had to tell me that.
Proper. Get it proper.
Yeah, that's what she does that. Yeah. She speaks 5 languages too. But the bottom line was, when we talk about the question around taking our jobs and transferring somewhere else to exploit workers somewhere else, that's real. That's real. We can't wait for them to outsmart us of where they're going. We got to hit them as hard and as fast as we can. That's why this solidarity around this unions issue now, workers are becoming more militant because they can't live.
That's right.
They can't live. They're talking about, I mean, if you think about it, oh, UAW workers, they make $62,000 a year. After some years, they make $82,000. It makes you think that that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. In New York, this is New York City. This ain't daggone Arizona in the desert. It's New York City in that sense. So they want to make you think you don't deserve that. But we have to determine what we do there. So like I said, to me the most important thing is that you're where you're supposed to be today. You know, we don't have to be long except when we decide that's what we must do. We can be quick if that's what we decide we want to do. Today we wanted to come down here. You know, we went to Wednesday. We went to the SAG-AFTRA track victory dance and stuff, and we went there and we heard the union people talk about, oh, we united. Chris will tell you that we united. What about the retirees, the city worker retirees? Right. That's a whole issue that's across this city.
That's right.
250,000 retirees are getting ready to sabotage their health care.
Right.
They let Eric Adams, this cop, turn around and get them to sell out DC 37, the Central Labor Council, to now not deal with the question of they're not negotiating in contracts, they're negotiating for their life after having worked all their life. So they're pitting one set of workers against the other. So all these things are going on. We'll need each other.
That's great.
You know what I mean? Chris says he's old and, he's talking to these young people. He don't want to call your kids because y'all are just young adults. I think that's cute, Chris. They're young adults and stuff. I'm 77. We stand up here, a collective age of 550 years right here. 550 years. And we still going. We always say we still here. But it is another generation coming up. You hear me, Crimson? There is another generation coming up, and we want y'all to come up hard and smart. We don't want you to make the mistakes we made. We want you to suck as much knowledge and practice from us as we have, because this must continue until we win. And Chris, we don't be here when we win. We ain't going nowhere. Next Saturday, I want you to listen to The Wire. We're going up. It's about solidarity. We're going to take a caravan. Okay, we'll take a caravan. I know some of y'all like it. That's what young people, younger people, they like that. They like that. We're going to take a caravan up to the plant because that's where we should be. We should. So I was so proud to hear the solidarity from that comrade right there. This tier 1, 2, and 3. We got to smash that. Not to lower people's quality of life, but to raise that quality of life. That's what it's about, raising it. So straight ahead. Straight ahead. When we're under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When the UAW is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. 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 Straight ahead. Travel home safely. Or the next struggle you're getting ready to go to, we'll see you next Saturday, right?
Tappan, New York.
Tappan, that's where the Tappan Sea Bridge is.
The UAW people here have been fighting for contracts. All our people are right there. Former president
Let him come so we can acknowledge them.
Speak out,
That's right. Come on up, illegal service. You gotta be there. Stand up in a red hat looking like Santa Claus.